Hi guys, this video isn't going to be easy for me, but I have to tell you the whole truth about living in Russia. It's not just unicorns and rainbows. I was a victim of school bullying, and today I'm going to share my memories and reflections on that. And I don't want you to pity me. I'm an elderly grown-up and I'm okay. And before we begin, I'd like to say that if you were a victim of school bullying, I feel you. And if you were a bully, I hope you regret it now. Disclaimer, I'm going to talk about bullying mainly among girls, because I'm not aware of what happens in boys' groups. Let's start with physical violence. I haven't suffered from that, thankfully, but many other kids do. I'll show you a few fragments from the Russian TV series Shkola, School, which aired in 2010. It's a scandalous show. Many people disapproved of it, claiming that it was false, it didn't depict reality. But I think they are either hypocrites or they look at life through rose-tinted glasses and just unaware of the truth. So let's take a look at a random girls' fight. If you live in a small provincial town or somewhere in the outskirts of the city or even in the suburbs, you might see such scenes from time to time. It's not some exaggeration made up intentionally for a movie, no, unfortunately. And now let's watch another ugly scene from a girl's fight in a restroom. As you can see, an immigrant girl is a black sheep and she is being bullied by other popular girls. Incidentally, lavatories are such a terror of freedom, so it's students make fights there, drink alcohol, smoke, take drugs, whatsoever. I do realize that not all schools are like that. Maybe such occasions are more or less rare. I would like to believe that, but still, we can't pretend that these situations are not real. They don't exist. No, they do. And my school wasn't even close to such behavior, but there was another school in my area, and rumor has it, local kids were far from being innocent lambs. Physical bullying may involve some pranks, mean jokes, and amusing tricks. Usually they are performed by those guys who are under stand-up comedians, and they want to impress girls and gain their attention.
Офигеть вообще! Ништяк!
Туалеты! Дура, что ли?
Нос, искупайся, у тебя гайморит-то никогда не...
Bravo! What talented comedians have gathered there. And now a few seconds of the most disgusting scene of this TV series. If you think that everything that I have shown to you is innocent, childish play, and I just make a mountain out of a molehill, take a look at that.
Тихо! Ты чё офигела? Веди себя спокойно, поняла? О, ну-ка покажись! О, красотенька какая! Тихо, 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 тихо!
They all attacked one girl, disrobed her, humiliated her, and thought of themselves like gorgeous drunk queens. Now let's move to emotional abuse. Firstly, I'll show you a few scenes from this TV series and then I will disclose my own story. Let's watch another hilarious dialogue.
Ну, а Саш, что у тебя с лицом-то? Что, не рада нас видеть? Не рада. Она, ты чё, она как порнушки снялась, зазвездилась, у нее теперь поклонники, автографы. Нос еще в одной серии сними, чтобы мне денег за телефон отдать, слышь?
So, they made up a story about this girl and they are so proud of themselves. It's so easy to mock a person and feel your power. Usually it happens to those who lack self-confidence and have troubles at home, so they have to assert themselves in a school environment and they enjoy hurting other people's feelings.
Моего.
Анька у нас умерла.
Да ладно, что?
Серьезно.
Офигеть.
Да ладно. А что случилось с ней?
Ну там, короче, в коридоре внизу объява висит, что завтра уроков не будет, потому что похороны на своих.
First, they organized a boycott against this girl. Then they tried to write a collective letter to the principal and to ask them to expel Anne from school. But then, lastly, they came up with a brilliant idea and so hilarious, so funny. They decided to pretend that Anne was dead. And they even started collecting some money for her funeral. Usually there are charismatic people who excite the crowd. They are leaders. Or a leader can be an underdog, actually, who wants to tease a weaker person and to win some authority. I had such a friend, I'll tell you later about her. Then there are yes men, people without any opinion, they just go with the flow and support others' ideas. They are bullies just because, so they don't want to be bullied, and they stand for power. They are actually the weakest and the most useless. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, it's just my opinion. There are also a couple of people who are indifferent and they don't take sides, and usually nobody supports the bullied person. Now a couple words about teachers. Yeah, their salaries are quite low, they have much on their plate, and they actually, it's none of their business officially, but they are the ones who stay aside and they don't get involved. It's a very rare situation when they speak up.
Как бы мы ни относились к кому-нибудь из тех, кто с нами учится, да, устраивать его травлю, Оль. Оль, послушай меня, пожалуйста.
У меня стульчик можно сменить? Мне на самом деле у меня...
Оль, послушай меня, пожалуйста. Устраивать травлю этого человека – это ниже человеческого достоинства. Ты понимаешь меня или нет?
But I'll repeat, such occasions are quite seldom. And now finally let's move to my own story. I'm not an innocent lamb. Partially I am the one to blame in everything that happened to me, but only partially. When I was in the 5th grade, I had to switch schools. I had to go to another one. And in the first one, I was quite successful. I got the leading role of Snow Maiden in a school play. It's like Cinderella, or name any other princess you like. I got the excellent marks. I participated in school quizzes as a group leader. And I was arrogant. I thought that I was the best in the world. But then everything changed. My new classmates in a new school didn't like my self-assurance. They had their own princesses. They stigmatized me as a loser and a nerd and started bullying. It continued for many long years, till the end of the 11th grade when I graduated from school. So it took 7 years, and it resembled a prison with my never-changing jailers. So this imprisonment is still somewhere deep in my memory. They eagerly copied my homework and pretended to be polite, such nice girls. But then they started their mean jokes, and I must confess I don't remember them all. My memories, my recollections are quite vague. My brain protects me from this damage and stuff, and I would love to erase all these recollections once and for all one day. What I do remember is they mocked my nail polish as it didn't match the outfit. All my outfits, according to them, were outdated and ugly, disgusting. They taunted me, saying that not a single boy would like to date such an ugly girl like me. In a sports game, they tried to strike me, shouting, "Выбей Овсяшу." Выбей is to strike, it's a verb, and Овсяша is my nickname, deriving from my maiden name, Овсянникова. In senior school, they gaslighted me, pretending that I was smoking, and I was not. Once they started a boycott against myself and didn't talk to me for a while. And I'm saying it all out loud now, and I understand that many of you would say that no, it's fine, nothing special, just girls are just kidding. It can seem innocent, almost innocent, but it's not like that. It never was. I was crying. I was devastated. Every single day was a torture. I woke up and I didn't want to go to school. I would like to go anywhere in the world, but not there. And I was looking forward to finishing school. But just imagine 7 years of imprisonment. Every single day is like a nightmare. I had to make friends with other underdogs in our class. One of them is still my good friend, and another one is so treacherous. She wanted to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and to be friends with everyone. So she hung out with my foes, and she said such horrible things of myself. Once I accidentally overheard it. She said something mean about me, and then she added that I was also a human being and I deserved some condescension. No thanks, I don't need it. Such a hypocrisy. Teachers were indifferent. Only once my English teacher tried to defend me, but it never happened again. Mainly, tutors thought that they shouldn't get involved. And one of my teachers thought that it was all my fault. I was weak. I didn't have a strong personality. I couldn't stand for myself, and no one else could be blamed for that. So cute. And my mom told me to endure all that, so it never helped. But I don't know what else she could advise me. I really don't know. At first, I tried to find some common ground with my classmates, to break the ice and to make friends with them. I had several attempts and I failed, because we were too different. I came from an ordinary family and they all were well off. When I had only 3 rubles, they had 50. So we had nothing in common, actually. Then I stopped all attempts and I started chatting and making friends with other people outside of my class. Then I started skipping lessons in senior school. I went to the school where my best friend studied, my best friend from the first school where I studied. When I came there, I even attended their English lessons to show off because my English was quite good. Yeah, I understand that it's arrogant, but I couldn't help it. I also had other friends with whom I shared my music interests and so on and so forth. So I had enough people to chat with, really. The last time I saw my classmates was the graduation party. I never visited any other get-togethers and I won't. I guess this unwillingness to see one another is absolutely mutual. When I finished school, I entered the university where I wasn't a black sheep anymore. I was the head of the group and I was respected by my fellow students, so I guess sometimes bullies think that if they find a victim, this person is going to be a victim forever. So it's just a loser, an underdog. No way, it's not like that. It's just one team that doesn't suit this person. So you should forget this group, abandon it, erase it from your memory, and go somewhere else. Find people who are your soulmates. Find those with whom you can share your interests and goals. I don't think that my classmates, these vicious people, are really sorry. No way. I haven't forgiven them, and I will never do that. But let them be, I just don't really care right now. I was selfish, I was snobbish, I was arrogant. Yeah, that's all true. I won't deny it, but really I didn't mean anything bad. I didn't want to curse anyone, to do harm or whatever. I was never given a chance to do something, to become a part of a group, to belong to this group. The main question is what to do in these situations. If my child ever comes to me and asks for my advice, what should I tell them? What would you tell? I would like to know your opinion. Please share in the comments below. If you were bullied, if you were a bully, what do you think can be done in situations like that? I really have no idea, zero notions regarding that. Hopefully that was the end of this video full of self-pity. Please subscribe to my channel. I will share more personal stories if you like them and more positive videos on Russia in our language. Please give me a thumbs up, spread rumors about my channel, or write in the comments below everything you want, and stay tuned.